Hey, it's Drew Neiser with another Tuesday tip. Today, we're zeroing in on 6sense and how to get the most out of it. First up, Isabelle from Mediafly. Isabelle, tell me, what's your tip?
My tip is define your ICP. That's the first most important thing. Know who your ideal customers are, those profiles, and tailor the message to those profiles.
Okay, so I know what ICP is, but would you explain exactly what it is and how you get to that?
Yes, ideal customer profiles is what it stands for. It's another great marketing acronym. And the way we like to start is look at your existing customers, your most delighted customers, absolutely most delighted ones, dissect those relationships and look for commonalities. What makes them delighted and what do they have in common? Whether it's firmographics, whether it's technographics, whether it's psychographics, whether it's by industry. And so what is that profile of the customers that are your happiest and you want to get more of those types of customers?
Great. So part of, and this is sort of like any good marketing program, you really have a strong sense of who your customer is, and most likely your next customer is going to look very much like your current customer. So if you define that well, that gives you a fighting chance of really taking advantage of a power tool like 6sense. Okay, next, Johan, who is also from Mediafly, who's the head of marketing ops there. Johan, what's your tip following up on Isabelle's?
Know how to leverage intent correctly. So the intent that these accounts that you're going after, and use them at every stages of the funnel you're following them on.
So let's talk about that intent. What are we really talking about when we say intent signals? What kind of behavior are you seeing that would allow you to create these to respond?
So there are specific things that they are looking at, specific subjects they're interested in. Use these subjects into the outreach that you have with them, and then highlight how you would help them address some of these pain points that they are trying to address at any time, and leverage interactivity as much as possible. You have to stick out of all of the other advertisers that might target them at the same time.
So that was really a twofer. So the first part was really making sure if they come in and they're interested in a particular thing, they've demonstrated that, is play that back to them. It's like, if I'm shopping for a shirt, don't start to show me pants, show me shirts, right? There's a logic. And then the second thing, if you're going to show me a shirt, make sure you put it on in some kind of an interesting way. Okay, next up, Isabelle, give us another tip for getting the most out of 6sense.
So once you have the technology, you have 6sense, make sure you have the people and the process to get the most out of 6sense. You need the people to look at the data, the intent data, and analyze it. You need the people to build the messaging and the creative and the interactivity. You need the people to connect with sales, right? So make sure you account for that.
And I love that tip. And in chapter 11 of my next book, the chapter is called Automate Attentively. And part of the reason that I focused on this so much is I've seen so many times when companies or CMOs have acquired a technology but didn't get the budget for the staff. I mean, it's often a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1. You get the software, but you still need a lot of people to do it. The process part is also interesting because that involves making sure that the people take advantage of the software. Okay, Johan, bring us home. One more tip.
Actionable data. This is what you want to offer your team. And it's tied to what Isabelle was talking about, is you get a lot of data with 6sense, and these data can be overwhelming for an AE, just looking at who am I supposed to talk to and what am I supposed to talk to them about. So make that easy for them. Create some specific dashboard and playbooks that will be easy for them to apply.
And I love that. What some folks get excited about in technology is all the ways they can slice and dice the data. And very quickly, nerds like me, I enjoy getting into that stuff. But then at some point, you have to clean it up and make it presentable to the folks that aren't necessarily into diving in. And that's what you're talking about. All right. So we had 4 tips there for getting the most out of 6sense, but from intent data to ABM. Thank you both, Isabelle and Johan. Is great information.